Start earning a passive income 24 hours from now. That's what I'm probably going to call this video, but what this is an update on what I've been doing, and you're looking at a web page that is part of what I've been up to. I just kind of wanted to give a general update on kind of what's going on with me. I haven't done one of these in a while. I typically like to talk about which cryptocurrency projects I'm in, what's going on. And I've really shifted my focus a little bit, and I'm excited to talk about it. And I think the cryptocurrency world in general is falling asleep. Hey, before I get too deep into this, I need to do something. I made a promise to 3 people, and I need to live up to that promise. In our Discord community, our monthly membership, our elite members, if you will, our elite members for our Crypto Passive Profits community, I asked a favor. 3 people stepped up to help me out with that favor, and I said I would do a drawing for $30 worth of cryptocurrency. So this is a little random draw I found. There's 3 people, and I've got their names written here on a sheet of paper. Carol is number 1, John is number 2, Aaron is number 3. Just to show you how this works, I'm going to try to refresh the screen. Maybe it will start over. It doesn't like it is. I'm just going to hit this. Let's clear it out. Let's do this. Maybe this will do it. Oh, no, it came back. Okay, so I just want to show you this will work. Generate. It'll come up with random numbers here. Came up with 1 again, 3. So it just chooses a random number. So we're going to do a drawing off this. All right, now we're going to do it for real. So Carol is number 1, John is number 2, Aaron is number 3. Let's see who gets $30 worth of cryptocurrency, 30 USD worth of cryptocurrency. Drum roll, please. Brrr, ding. That was a bad drum roll. It's Carol. Hey, way to go, Carol. All right, so I will be getting that over to you, Carol. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what's been going on. So I've been talking about on my channel, those of you that have been a part of my channel for a while, you know, first and foremost, I believe in the future of cryptocurrency. I believe in what it is, and when I say cryptocurrency, I'm specifically talking about decentralized cryptocurrency, not something that's centralized by a government or private entity. I believe in the future of decentralized blockchain technology. Specifically, I believe the most important use case for decentralized blockchain technology is going to be some form of currency, whether it's Bitcoin or some other form of cryptocurrency. I believe in the technology. I believe that literally, it's one of the last bastions of human freedom is going to be financial freedom through decentralized cryptocurrency. I believe that with everything in me. And because I believe that we will eventually see Bitcoin hit some crazy number. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at about $10,000. I believe with everything in me that we may see $1 million Bitcoin in within the next several years, maybe the next decade or 2. I thought I had that turned off. Within the next several years or maybe a decade or 2. So I just fully believe that. So I'm all about creating awareness with cryptocurrency. And I've come to the realization that there's 2 ways that people try to create awareness. One is it's kind of like trying to get someone to believe the way some people do. You know, if you're trying to get someone to believe in your religion or to believe in your political viewpoint, you just kind of bash them over the head over and over again with all of the merits of why they should believe one way or another. And we see this right now specifically in politics, right? However, I believe that the best way to be, and so what happens in the cryptocurrency space is people oftentimes are like, no, you need to understand the dollar's in trouble. No, you need to understand fiat currency's in trouble. It's not going to last forever. You have to learn to use Bitcoin, and you have to understand that Bitcoin is a decentralized blockchain, and you have to understand why, you know, it's not just a random digital currency. It's not some token on a computer screen. It's a blockchain. You got to understand what blockchain is, and you got to understand how it's cryptographically stable, and you got to understand what a private key is, and a public key, and a wallet, and how to transfer and send. And so there's quite a bit of a learning curve, and few people are motivated to learn what it's all about. So I think the key to mass adoption is going to be able for people to understand the purpose on why they want to learn about the technology. And so that's really part of what I'm dedicated to on this channel. That, and I believe that being an early adopter in this space does potentially offer tremendous financial rewards for myself and anyone else. And I love talking about that. I love the idea of building a cryptocurrency-based business model of any kind, specifically if it's a cryptocurrency business-based model that can help create awareness at the same time. So my latest project that I'm really most excited about, and I'm going to move into some of my investments here in a minute. that I think, and I'm going to show you specific examples, especially if you're new to the channel, because I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, over almost 800 new subscribers in the past 28 days. So just to give you kind of some background, if you will, and some idea of some of the investments that exist that are extraordinary compared to what exists in the traditional space. So what I'm excited about right now has been start earning a passive income 24 hours from now. It's being able to show people how. And I've literally, this is the start of a sales page. It's actually a completed sales page for a book that I've written, The Ultimate Passive Income Blueprint. I'll show you just an excerpt of that right here. And it's about introducing people to how they can not only earn passive income, but really create a business around earning passive income. Being able to do it on a part-time basis, probably the simplest business model that I've ever seen. This is not available right now. You can't buy it right now. Probably within the next several days, next couple of weeks, you might be able to buy it. But so don't ask me, how can I get the book? How can I learn about that? It's not even available right now. Now, those that are a part of our Crypto Passive Profits monthly members, those that are paying each month, they pay right now. It's about $10 a month that they pay. They're going to get the book for $1. Now, the book itself is going to sell for $29. That's the price point on the website. I'm actually going to test $9. It's not, I say it's a book. It's really more of a blueprint. I'm going to be testing price points, probably 4 different price points from $9, $9.99 all the way up to $45 or $49, because there's a tremendous amount of value in here, and the website kind of proves that. I might actually leave it up to a vote for our monthly members on what they think. But they're going to get, everyone who's a monthly member is going to get access to it for $1, literally just $1. Just as a thank you for being a part of our monthly membership. They were on board early on. They followed me from the beginning, and we've been kind of going through this and learning together. If you're a part of our monthly membership members, then just know that's going to be coming. And if you're not a part and you want to know how you can join, if you go down to into the description and look at the Crypto Passive Profits newsletter, subscribe to the newsletter first. Right after you subscribe to the newsletter, you're going to see a video. Watch that video, and that video will talk to you about our monthly membership. All right, and those are our elite members. So I've got the book written. I will tell you that it's 97 pages now in Google Documents. However, when I upload this, it's going to be, see, there's page 23. When I upload this, it's going to actually probably be closer to about 150 pages, I think, when I get it into an actual format that it's going to be in. It'll be more pages. And that's okay. I kind of, as part of me wishes it wasn't so long, but I covered a lot. I put a lot of info in here for somebody brand new starting out. And it should be like super newbie friendly, paint by numbers. There's diagrams, the whole 9 yards. And the idea is they should be able to read it fairly quickly, and they should walk away with a solid understanding of being able to build a passive income business permanently. So with that being said, let's talk about some investments. So I did a video yesterday, and I got to show you this. I did a video yesterday, I think it was the day before yesterday. Most profitable investments, investing in tokenized casino stocks. And I did this because I think most people have no idea. There's a lot going on in crypto. Cryptocurrency has some of the most incredible opportunities right now that exist. They will not always be this good. Like I showed in this video, one investment that's getting 0.59% return, I think, if I remember right, 0.59%. So just know this, like that's a day, 0.59% per day. And I showed that in this video, and you can watch the video. I'll link it above, and I'll put it down in the description as well. You can watch this video. The thing is, it's not going to always stay this good. Like there comes a point where eventually the masses, if these businesses are successful, then the masses move in. And when the masses move in, there'll be more people that are token holders, a combination of dilution. At first it will be dilution, but even if you have if you're a mega whale and you're financially independent, you can buy enough where you own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10% of all the tokens. What's going to eventually happen is you're going to be good if you get in early, but eventually when these tokenized casinos become more recognized, as people understand, they go a little bit more mainstream, then the tokens themselves are going to become more valuable. It's inconceivable that we can expect to be able to earn 0.5% a day indefinitely. I mean, that's just inconceivable. So it's not going to happen. At some point, the price of the tokens will go up. And as the price of the tokens go up, then at that point it's going to be, maybe we'll get 5 or 10 or 12 or 20% a day, or I'm sorry, a year. But it's inconceivable that you're able to earn a return at 0.5% or more a day, for indefinitely. It's inconceivable, but you can absolutely earn that right now. And just an update, I talked about, just to tell you what's going on, there's 2 of these investments I'm going to give you kind of a heads up on. I talked about BetFury. I'm not going to go into a lot of details on BetFury. Their dividend pool is doing pretty good, though. That's important. Right now, I'm sitting at about 13,000. I'm rebuilding my BetFury stack. So I'm at about 13,000. I just keep adding to it every day. I have a plan. I'm going to change what I've been doing and investing in cryptocurrency. So I have been, and I'm going to explain why. In fact, let me just go through this and then I'm going to explain why. I'm going to show you some numbers. So I've been, I like BetFury a lot. And one of the things I like about them is that they cater to the actual players. That's a big deal. For me, I see some people complaining about, the dividend pool doesn't go up enough or down enough in different casinos. And I'm always like, I don't care about the dividend pool. Is the casino appealing to the player? There's something called miners. You can mine these tokens. And if you don't know how to mine, then you would want to watch the mogul mining method video that I did. I'll link it above. I'll put it down in the description. But when you're mining these tokens, then it's not about, making a lot of dividends because everybody else is mining. People are like, you need more miners. No, you need more players. No one cares about the miners. Now, with that being said, I showed how I was earning in this video here, which I just mentioned. I showed how I was earning about 0.5%. Now, BetFury's been established. They've been around for, 18 months, 2 years or so. They've been around for a while. Maybe it's like a little over a year. Maybe we're coming up on 18 months. Anyway, that's a lifetime in cryptocurrency. A lifetime. Now, one of the reasons that I want to address this too, there's a lot of DeFi projects, a lot of interesting things in crypto. But right now, I'm heavily favoring these gaming platforms. And the reason is because online or gaming in general has existed since, the beginning of time. There's always been somebody wanting to play a game of chance for entertainment. Always. And these are real businesses. And so I like the idea. This isn't financial advice, but me personally, I like the idea of being able to make an investment and have essentially a tokenized ownership stake in the revenue coming from the platform. I love that. And these are real businesses that aren't going to, be here today and gone tomorrow, hopefully, meaning they're being run like real businesses. And I've talked about BetFury before. They have a lot of player contests. They have a very active community in Telegram. I highly recommend, if you are invested or if you're a player in BetFury, make certain you hang out. Go check out the Telegram. Read the Telegram. BetFury, I'll put a link in the description for BetFury. But the key is, if you're going to play on BetFury or if you're going to invest into BetFury, then you want to understand that you want to make certain that they're not targeting you as an investor. They're targeting other people who are actually players. And if your question is, how do I invest? Then you got to watch the mogul mining method video. Now, I'm not going to go into the numbers of BetFury because I did that yesterday. So I'm not going to repeat what I went through yesterday or day before yesterday in this video here. But what I do want to do is kind of show you something else. So Chips is kind of the newest platform in this space by far. They're the new kid on the block. And there's a bit of a history about Chips, and I should do a whole video just on Chips in general, and I'll put a link for Chips down in the description as well. They're both affiliate links, by the way. You'll just be supporting my channel if you go through those links. However, the Chips, the backstory behind Chips, my understanding is they came from the first successful gaming platform in this industry, and that is Wink. They came from Wink, and my understanding, and I'm certain I don't have this right, but there's a bit of a falling out between a lot of the players in the community over at Wink. Wink used to be TronBet, and then TronBet became Wink. There's several things they don't like. A lot of people didn't like that the TronBet token eventually became the Wink token, plus the Live token, plus the Dice token, plus the Rate token. And I'm not going to explain how that works, but it appeared a bit like a money grab. So that upset a lot of people. And I'm a little bit neutral. I mean, I pay attention to what players think, And my favorite horse is the one that has the most engaged, excited community of players, because ideally that's what players are customers for the gaming platform. So I want to be the one. I want to be, that's the gaming platform that I want to be invested in. So I like Wink. I don't dislike Wink. I have an investment in Wink, and it does well. So I'm not knocking Wink per se, but that was part of it. The other part of it was inside of their Telegram, people felt there wasn't a lot of good communication. In fact, some said there was no communication. A lot of promises were made and then delayed, and then nothing ever happened. There was no explanation to the delays. And then when things happened, it didn't happen the way it was originally projected to happen or expected to happen by the admins or whoever was communicating in Telegram. So the idea behind Chips is one of the developers over there, which is a big deal, by the way. I'm going to say it. In fact, I'll talk about this. Let's see. This guy, Magellan, we'll talk about this announcement in a minute. Magellan, however you say that. So he was a big player with Wink, and somewhere along the way he decided, hey, you know what? Let's start our own gaming platform. So there's Bex and several more admins in the Telegram group that actually came from the Wink Telegram. They basically were like, hey, let's create our own better solution, so to speak. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm typically not a fan of organizations or people inside organizations splitting. I'm usually not a fan of the split off. It's just been my MO in life. However, watching these people operate has been incredible. So Magellan, I don't think, has had any experience operating or creating a gaming platform at all, but he's a highly intelligent, accomplished dev. Many of you are familiar with TronLink. He is one of the main, if not the main creator of TronLink. And I'm told that when Wink they had issues getting one of their tokens, DICE, on an exchange, that it took Magellan going through Twitter to Justin Sun himself, and he got Justin Sun's attention. So if Justin Sun knows who you are in the Tron ecosystem, you created TronLink, I mean, you're a pretty big deal. You're obviously somewhat talented. That doesn't mean he can be a successful gaming entrepreneur. That remains to be seen, but I will tell you that they're starting off pretty good for the most part. First of all, he's active in Telegram. The admins there's somebody in that Telegram almost 24/7. It's a great community of players in the Telegram, not just minors, actual gaming players. I'm not here, even though, in these gaming platforms, you can get a return on your investment super fast. I'm not here just to double up, triple up, or 10x my money as fast as possible. I'm here to be able to, I want to double up, triple X, or 10x it, but I wanted to make certain that it's here to stay, or is to be as stable as possible. So these gaming platforms are amazing because they produce an income that is incredible. Now, some of the things that Chips is doing, they only have one chip, or one token is called Chips. You come here to the vault. You can see that I've mined a few. I've got 6,000 of these. And this is the current dividend pool. Now, when they launched, this dividend pool went up to 1 to 2 million, but they had issues on the platform right away. Their dice game was messed up. They didn't have all their slot games there. It was really kind of messed up. And Magellan in Telegram, they were explaining the whole time, hey, this is what's going on. Here's what we need to do. And they basically have had a checklist running the entire time in Telegram. You wouldn't know it unless you're in the Telegram, but I'm telling you, if you're messing with Chips, you need to be in a Telegram. In Telegram, even if you're a player, you need to be in Telegram. In Telegram, they're talking about what's going on. They're constantly communicating, which is awesome. They were having issues at one point with Ethereum deposits and withdrawals. They had issues with Bitcoin deposits and withdrawals. In fact, the last thing that they've just fixed has been the Bitcoin withdrawal. So now all the currencies can be deposited and withdrawn very, very easily. And one thing I don't want to go into this. I may do another video where I compare BetFury versus Chips. But my current estimated payout is $1.47. Now, they pay out twice a day, where BetFury pays out once a day. It's $1.47. But now here's what's interesting. BetFury looks like, wow, they got 600,000. What's this? Another 300. So that's over $1 million. Roughly, just give or take, there's $1 million in cryptocurrency right here. And you would look at Chips and be like, well, they only got 10,000. The difference is BetFury has grown to $1 million, but they only pay out 3% a day. So 3% on $1 million, just to use round numbers, is like $30,000, right? 3%. Yeah, it's not 30,000. Yeah, it's not 30,000. Now I need to do some math. Hang on. 1 million times. Yeah, 30,000. Okay, just make sure. So it's $30,000 roughly, because they tend to be very stable. I mean, they tend to be super stable in their payout. So I don't want to say it's an illusion, because it prevents you from having negative payout days and days that go up and down. I mean, it's pretty consistent what you get paid out. But they get about $30,000 in daily volume. That's their standard volume. Now you may say, well, if they get $30,000 in volume, how in the heck do they crawl up here? Because when they launch, anytime a new platform launches, the investors come in and they do what's called mine the token, which is the mogul method. And there's a huge amount of people mining. Well, the mining runs up the dividend volume. And when they only pay out 3%, they've managed. All they have to do basically is bring in about $30,000 in volume within a 24-hour period, which isn't a lot of volume. All these platforms have potential to absolutely explode. But all they got to do is maintain $30,000 in volume, and they can keep that dividend pool, in the $1 million range. So take that into account. Chips is sitting at about 10,000 now. Now they've been as low as 2,000, and I've got another video I may put out in the future where I'm tracking all of my numbers, what I've put in here. I've put about $1,900. That's what I've got to mine these tokens right now. About $1,900. So, but here's the thing. Let's just say I'm at $1.50 and say this is just trying to use round numbers. So 30,000, and we'll say that would take me to what? $1.50. 30,000 would take it up to, I'm just trying to think, $4.50. So if say $4.50, say $4 per payout, because this is my next payout. So let's just say it's $4 per payout, and you get paid out twice a day. That would be roughly $8 paid out in a 24-hour period on a $1,900 investment. So let's just take a look at that. And I'm by the way, take all this with a grain of salt. I don't know where they're going to land. They may land at 30,000. I'm told that Wink averages somewhere between $80,000 to $100,000 a day. Averages. I mean, they've also had days where they paid out zero. They've had days where they paid out, 4 or 5 times what I just told you. But I'm told they probably average between $80,000 to $100,000 a day. So I don't know where Chips is going to land. They are extremely player-centric. In fact, they've point-blank said, we're not here. I mean, politely, they're very, very courteous in Telegram. But they basically said, we're not here for the miners. We're here for the players. Which, as someone who's an investor / miner, that's what I want to hear. Like, I want to hear you're here for the long haul. My goal is to mine these tokens with these viable gaming platforms, hoping that I'm mining with one of the winners. And I'm hoping that I'm getting in early, and that as these platforms continue on in time, I'm going to reinvest earnings, reinvest dividends. I'm hoping that within a year or 2 or 3 or 5 years, when all their tokens are mined, that we end up having a successful gaming platform that's, gone pretty mainstream, or at least has a large following. And I'm hoping to have a dividend holding in a successful gaming platform. That's my goal. We'll see if that happens, but that's my hope here. So I love the fact that they're very player-centric. But let's just say that they sit around 30,000. Let's just say that's where they end up. They haven't even launched any promotions. They just did one pre-launch for a promotion. There's tonight or tomorrow they're going to launch the official promotions. If you come to the website, right here's promotions. No, promotions. There's nothing here yet. This is brand new. I mean, it's like, I think we're in our second week here. So they're like... Nothing. There's no events here. There's been zero marketing. They've got a whole marketing budget plan. There's been zero marketing, period, at all. So I think we're in early on Chips, and I hopefully this does really well for me and really well for us if you're a part of it as well. If you're not a part of it, then just hang out and watch, because it's going to be interesting to see what these do in the cryptocurrency space. But with that being said, let's come back here. I just want to show you what can happen. So let's just say this is 10,000. And let's just say it goes to 30,000, and I'm going to get about $1.50 times 30, about $4.50. So we'll say $4, and I should be earning $8 a day. I'm just trying to have some sort of idea, some sort of projection. And let's just say I take that $8 and I reinvest by mining more chips every single payout. Okay. And again, they pay out twice a day, but we're just going to say once a day just to try to keep it simple. Take a look at this. So I've put in $1,900 roughly. Again, this is all assuming cryptocurrency prices, because you're paid out in cryptocurrency. So this is just a rough projection. There's This probably isn't that accurate, but it's the best projection we can get. Now, right now, let's just say I get $8 a day. What would that be? $8 a day times $365 a year, $29.20 divided by 1900. I'm just under 1900, I think, is what I put in, but I'm just rounding up. So that's 1 point. So it's basically 153% a year. By the way, that could go up a lot more if Chips ends up having, if they end up averaging a daily dividend pool, say around 50 or 60,000. But we're going to, in fact, this number would double if that was the case. But let's just say that it's 153% a year on my 1900. So divide that by 365. So you're talking about 0.419. Again, let's be conservative, so we'll round down 0.419. So we're being conservative here at every angle, just trying to give us our best possible projection, 0.41. So here, $1,900 daily interest rate and percentage is going to be 0.41 a day, by the way. That's a day. Where else on the planet can you get 0.41 a day and have the potential, have the real potential of earning that for weeks and months and maybe even a few years? Who knows? Length of term in days, 365 days. Daily reinvest rate, let's just say that I put the dividends back in every single day, which I plan to do, I mean, for now. And I'll show you, I kind of have a system on what I'm doing, but include weekends, of course, because crypto never sleeps, 24/7, baby. All right, calculate. Now, you see a return of 8,459. That's obviously more than 150%, but it's because I'm reinvesting. See, reinvesting is key here. So if you're reinvesting, now here's the thing. If I'm getting $8 a day at 0.41%, let me just jot down some numbers here so I have them. So let's just look at what would my daily earnings be if in a year from now, if I decided to start withdrawing at that point. And by the way, this is assuming I'm not going to put any more in, but I've got a plan. I'm going to start putting more in. I'll explain that. A lot more in. Okay. Times, and I'm also putting more in BetFury, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Times 0.41. Is that right? Yeah. $34 a day, $35 a day is what I would be earning. That's, over $900 a month in a dividend. Now, this could be substantially higher or maybe even substantially lower. And it's possible it's really possible Chips is a brand new business. They don't last a year. I mean, most new businesses don't make it statistically. 95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. That's true. BetFury hasn't even made it 5 years yet. Wink hasn't even made it 5 years yet, which is the original, right? So with that being said, though, this is my hope. I'm probably going to take some of what I've been using to dollar cost average Bitcoin, and I'm probably going to use it to start dollar cost averaging into Chips first. This is going to be my primary look at that div pool. Just keep going up. I mean, it's almost addicting to watch, to be honest with you. And at 8 o'clock at night, half of that gets paid. They pay out 50% every 12 hours. So half gets paid out at 8 o'clock, then 8 o'clock in the morning, the other half gets paid out, whatever. So it's kind of crazy to watch it just climb. So with the current earnings, not having, I'm going to start putting in some more dollar cost averaging into some more in Chips because I want a bigger position in Chips. I'm going to keep doing the same in BetFury as well. And the way that I'm going to do it is basically probably whichever. I'm going to, focus on one for a little while. And as it gets stable and does well, I'll focus on the other one a while. I'm also looking at Wink. I also have, some of you have heard me talk about Moolah. So I'm kind of in all of them. Like, this is really my focus because I love the idea of using the mogul method because I love mining. And that's primarily what I am. I don't really play. I don't encourage playing per se. That's not what I'm about. I'm glad they focus on players. I encourage players when I see people say they get a big win in Telegram. I congratulate them. I think it's awesome. But I'm really here primarily for the mining purposes. And so it's investing and just watching them as from a business standpoint. And it's very interesting to watch people really interact with cryptocurrency. And I believe that as cryptocurrency goes more mainstream, we're going to see these gaming platforms go well. I mean, this is a sector in all economies that always is resilient, that always does well. And for the player, see, the thing that's interesting about these platforms is there's a lot of online gaming platforms for cryptocurrency, but they don't have a token that allows you to earn dividends. These tokens are essentially rewards for play. A lot of times you'll see cash back and all this stuff on a lot of online casinos, and it's basically cash back on your losses. Now imagine being able to play at your favorite online gaming platform, but you actually get cash back based on the profits from the previous day or the previous 12 hours. Because that's what happens with chips, and that's what happens with BetFury and Moolah and Wink even. Again, I'll put links for chips and BetFury down in the description if you want to check them out. And if you do, you'll be supporting this channel. Not financial advice. I encourage you to be wise. Don't game. Game responsibly. If you're not in an area where you can't game, don't be gaming. If you can invest and you want to invest, that's up to you. Don't take my word for it. Not a financial advisor. Now, I have gotten out of several of the other investments you've heard me talk about, and I've really started focusing on these. And my goal is, I'm really focusing on here. I'm really looking to launch my book. I love the CryptoTab browser. That's not as much a cryptocurrency investment, but it is a cryptocurrency income stream. And I'm actually promoting all of them a little bit separately. So dividends, I tend to reinvest into each platform. I'm going to dollar cost average into these platforms. Basically the smallest one, think about it that way. The smallest or the newest one, I'm going to put more focus on bringing in new money each month. And you can, subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you posted on how this goes. We'll see who fails, who succeeds. Let my successes and failures be your entertainment. However, I have a separate budget that's more of a business budget that's going to be running promotions and advertising specifically for my ultimate passive income blueprint, which is what this is going to be called, which is the title of the book. And it's going to be promoting that primarily. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you haven't already. Listen, at the end of this video, if you're lost and I've been talking, you're like, I don't understand this mogul method or whatever, there's two things I'm going to put at the end of the video. I'm going to put the mogul mining method so you can watch that if you'd like. And I'm going to put the video that I did yesterday, kind of breaking down the idea of investing in casino stocks and taking it from a land-based, fundamental understanding and moving that more of an online tokenized based system and understanding the benefits of each, the pros and the cons. And I may actually I've thought about doing 2 or 3 videos on explaining this in greater detail. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you want more info on that. Hey, I need to talk about this. Oh, I told you I was going to talk about this. So this is why you want to hang out in Telegram. So this div pool has more than, it was at 4,000 this morning for chips and now it's at 10,000. So yeah, it's more than doubled. So the developer announced this. This is like, he calls it the chips mini race. This is a mini promotion. Hey, everyone, we wanted to have a little fun with everyone who's been following us and supporting us so far. So we'll do a little Telegram competition on the slots, especially for you. We're giving $500 to the top 3 highest multipliers posted in the next 12 hours. Very easy rules to enter. Achieve the biggest multiplier you can on slots and post a picture in Telegram. It really is that simple. All you have to do is hit a high multiplier and hope yours is the highest by the end of the 12-hour period. No minimum bet. Top 3 positions, 300, 150, 50. We'll verify the results are currently correct today inside of our admin panel and validate the multiplier. Good luck, everyone. May the chips be forever stacked in your favor. Thursday, the 10th. Okay. So this is going to be running today. By the way, if you are in chips, do me a favor. Come into Telegram and just put @CryptoWealth and give me a shout out and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I'm a subscriber, I'm a viewer, I'm in chips. I'm just curious how many of you are over here in chips. Chips is a phenomenal platform. Their Telegram community is awesome. I typically don't hang out on Telegram at all. I will literally open up Telegram once or twice a week and just kind of look at some of the different things that's going on. Look at Wink, look at BetFury, look over at crypto.com, just kind of see what's going on. But I got to tell you something. I kind of get glued. I have to shut down the Telegram and chips because it's just a fun community to see what they're talking about, to watch the players play. Like, there's something special about this community. Now, no offense to the admins. I don't know yet if they're going to be able to prove that they're going to be able to be good gaming entrepreneurs, but they are going in the right track. That's for dang sure. Time will tell. They have my support. I wish them the best. This Magellan and the different admins in Telegram, Bex and David and several more. They're phenomenal. The community in here is out of this world. I find myself laughing and chuckling, and it's just a really good community. So this is the promotion they're running. And by the way, think about this. They've gotten to a div pool. Where to go? They got a div pool of 11,000 just by announcing to Telegram. So if they are capable of doing some good marketing, Oh my goodness. Did you just see that? It went from 11,000 to 14,000 just like that. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Wow. So we're almost at 30,000. We may beat the 30,000 before 8 o'clock's here already. And by the way, this is starting from 4,000. This is not a lot of miners mining. This hasn't been launch day. This is just gaming on the gaming platform. Like I'm telling you, there is something here. I mean, my gut tells me this is just, again, this isn't financial advice. I'm just a freaking cryptocurrency enthusiast and YouTuber. I'm no expert, but my gut tells me that there may be a lot more potential with chips than even BetFury. But with that being said, I'm planning to mine like 1 million BetFury tokens too. So, but I am excited by chips. That's for sure. Let me know if you're in either one of these. Which is your favorite, chips or BetFury? Let's do an informal poll in the comments. Chips or BetFury? Who is your favorite? Thank you so much for watching. Remember, crypto equals freedom. Watch either the mogul mining method or be sure to watch the video I did yesterday about investing in casino stocks. Have a great day, everyone.